Joe, Passion Unchained, here to help you live a life that you love. I want to talk to you about my tattoo. I believe I've done a video on this before, but the thing is, when I redo a topic, I go into it in a different place. And so I am more than happy to go over a topic one more time and maybe even 2 or 3 more times, because I always come at it from a different area because I've had more time to think about it. I'm in a different place, and I'll keep this rolled up so you guys can see it. This tattoo says Gnothi Seauton, which is a phrase in Greek. Now, a lot of you philosophy buffs will know exactly what it means, and which is awesome. For those of you who don't, it translates to know thyself. Now, there's a lot of meanings to this. One of the meanings is, of course, self-awareness. What does it mean to you? Who are you? How do you operate? What are your emotions? How do they work? What do you like? What do you don't like? All of these things. Are you an aggressive person? Are you an agreeable person? Right? And knowing that can help you manage yourself and building a life you love. Managing yourself is extremely important. You can't build a life you love if you don't know how you work. If you don't manage yourself, if you're not able to do things that you need to do in order to build the pieces of your life that you like. And you also need to manage your emotions once you have the life built, because you might go out and somebody might cut you off in traffic and everything in your life is awesome, but if you don't know how to manage yourself, you might get angry at things that don't matter, right? You need to be able to enjoy the life that you've built for yourself. So, Gnothi Seauton, actually, I told you I'd keep it up, and I completely lied. I guess I don't know, I guess it's kind of awkward for me to turn and just have this there the whole time, so I'm gonna go back on that. I'm not gonna keep it up the whole time. I should have worn my tank top for this video, but you've seen it, you know what it means, we'll leave it at that. But yeah, so in the end, you need to know how to manage yourself so that you can be happy with the life that you've built for yourself. So, one of the older versions of this is be humble, and that's another meaning to it that I love. Know yourself as in know your place. Be humble, and don't think too much of yourself, because you can get in your own way. I am going to talk about the first meaning in this video. Knowing yourself, it's super important. I'm going to give you an example that happened yesterday. I was chatting with a friend, and he was telling me, he's like, he just started dating this girl. I need to call you back. Just, hold on a second. Yeah, and that's perfect, because I was just about to talk about in dating and sex and in money and in the way that you make it. And I just got a call with another opportunity that's aligned with photography now, and that looks promising. So this is just knowing yourself and knowing what exactly you want in life and how you work and what makes you happy and what makes you angry. That allows you to make the right decisions. If you really want like the consistency and you really like taking directions from other people and having guidance, then being an employee is probably the best bet. If you really want freedom and you want to be able to be your own boss and be responsible for yourself, and you're not afraid of hard work and consistent work and uncertainty, then being an entrepreneur is probably the best bet. That all comes with knowing yourself. Gnothi Seauton. If you don't know yourself, you're not going to be able to make decisions that are tailored to you. Again, one of my key values is self-authoring. And by self-authoring, that means being in charge of your own life, being the builder of your own life, being responsible for your happiness and success. And also going towards a goal that is your choice, not somebody else saying, hey, you should have a good career. It's like, no, go towards a goal that's your choice, that's your decision. That is something that will make you happy, that you've decided. I just described to you my goal for my love and sex life. To find a girl, to be with a girl who really likes other girls, and we both see girls together, and she doesn't see other guys. Now that's a very specific goal, and that's because I've discovered over time and experience and self-awareness what makes me happy. And I've given myself no limits, and those are important parts of applying knowing yourself to your life. What is it that makes you happy, and cut out the limits. no limits. Like, okay, yeah, other people are gonna judge me for that, obviously. Like, I've mentioned this to people who have judged me. In a lot of different communities, in the poly and in the monogamous community, people have judged me for my desire. But the thing is, I've decided that this is important to me, and I know myself enough to know what makes me happy, and I've given myself no limits. So it's really important. All those things are really important. And if right now it sounds difficult to you to know yourself well enough and then find something that's important to you and then hold on to it despite other people judging you for it, that's fine. It's something that I've built over time. It's not something that I had at the beginning. It's not something that I initially was super comfortable with. For a long time, I didn't share exactly what I wanted because I was afraid of judgment, and people did judge me. And so when it comes to finding what you want and sticking to it, that does take time, and that does take effort, and that does take a measure of confidence or comfort. There you go. Comfort in your own skin, and comfort in how you work and how you operate, which is, again, knowing yourself. So in the end, I want to share with you this because it's one of the most important concepts I've found for building a life you love. And I want to give you that wisdom so that you can more readily build a life you love. Wish you the best. I'm gonna do another video today, and without further ado, go build a life you love. Hey, sorry about that. I got a call from an opportunity, and I had to take it. So one of my current goals right now is to find some income outside of YouTube and photography, so that I can put all my energy into YouTube and photography, all my spare energy. Because when I don't have a savings, a 3 to 6 month savings built up, it's important for me to do that, because otherwise I don't operate in the business as well as I could and as well as I should. So I'm looking, like I said in some other videos, I'm looking currently for a tech opportunity, a software development opportunity to be specific. But to go back into the story, I was talking with a friend yesterday, and he just started dating this girl, and he has been really liking her. And this is a guy who really appreciates connection. Being intimate, being vulnerable, and having an emotional connection with somebody is super important. He's a high need for connection. And he messaged me, he's like, hey, like, I'm so excited. It's kind of interesting because my girlfriend, she's very attractive, and sometimes I see girls that are also super attractive, and I just don't feel attracted to them at all because I know that they're not my girl. Does this make sense to you? Do you understand? Because he knows that I have a lot of experience in the dating and sex life and love life market, and that's actually something I have talked about in the past on this channel. I might talk about more, because part of building a life you love is building a love life you love, building a sex life you love. You can't have a good life you love by neglecting that part of your life. You have to have that part of your life fulfilled. So I have, and I will talk about that part of life more. But he was like, does that make sense to you? And I'm like, I understand a lot of people feel that way. Personally, that's not how I feel at all. In knowing myself, monogamy, like just being with one woman sexually and that's it is not fulfilling to me. When I get really close to a girl, I look at other girls and I get really excited about them too, as much as my girl. Now, I'm happy to be emotionally intimate with just one girl, but I know that my ideal setup is me and a girl. We both like other girls, and we both sleep with other girls together. And she doesn't sleep with other guys. That's my ideal setup. That's what I would love, because I know myself. I have enough experience. I've been out there and I've tried things. I've tried to be monogamous with girls who really liked me, who wanted me to just see them and see them only, and they really liked me and I really liked them. But it just didn't make me happy to just sleep with one woman. Now, some guys love that. In fact, my friend, he thinks it's better and it's amazing just to sleep with this one girl because he likes getting close. He likes that intimacy. He likes how over time it just gets more and more close. And I like that too. But for him, that's all he needs. And he doesn't want other girls. And for me, I do want other girls. And so in me knowing myself, it doesn't make sense for me to go out on a date. I'm actually going on a date. That's why I keep checking my watch. I'm going on a date soon. It doesn't make sense for me to go out on a date and for me to be like, hey, like, you're really cute. By the way, this is something like I definitely want to keep seeing you. Well, obviously not on the first, or maybe on the first date. I don't know. It depends how I feel. But I definitely want to keep seeing you. But by the way, just letting you know, I'm never going to be monogamous. And if that's important to you, I want to let you know now so you can make a choice. So you don't I don't have to lead you on, right? I really like being honest with girls because I don't want to lead them on thinking I'm going to be monogamous and then later like there's a big drama because then they're like, oh, Joe, but I thought that you were going to be my only guy and you're seeing other girls and I feel jealous. And, I don't want that to happen. I want her to be cool with that. I want her to be happy to be with me and for us to see other girls together. And there are girls that are happy with that. So as long as I'm honest, I'll find those girls, right? But for me, knowing myself, I'll go out on a date and I'll be like, hey, this is something that's important to me. I really like you. I want to keep seeing you. Are you cool with that? If I didn't know myself, if I didn't Gnothi Seauton, if I didn't know myself, just got done with the gym. If I didn't know myself, then I would probably go out there and be like, hey, like, I really like you. I'd love to see you again. And then she'd be like, okay, cool. But like, if we get close, do you want to only see me or are you looking for a relationship? Like, yeah, that sounds good. And then like get resentful and start a bunch of drama later. And that wouldn't be good. Now, if I was my friend and I was going out to see a girl and she was like, and I was like, hey, I'd really like to see you again. And she'd be like, yeah, that sounds great. By the way, I'm not really a monogamous girl. Like, I don't need to see other guys, but I really like girls and I think it would be cool if we both saw them together. And then if I was my friend and I'd be like, yeah, that sounds great. I would love that. And then that happened. And then I felt like we weren't getting as close as we could because he's definitely a monogamy-minded person, and that's how he operates. That's how, if he Gnothi Seauton, he knows himself, he knows that's what he wants, right? So in the end, knowing yourself allows you to make the right decisions with what you do in life, in dating and sex, and for instance, hold on, I have another call coming in, I'm so sorry.